So, after playing Overwatch for the past 5 years without any breaks, I decided to take a little break from it, and I really got into Apex Legends, and lo and behold, there is an action figure line. Which, okay, honestly, the reason why I got into Apex Legends was because there were figures, and I do really like the designs of the characters. But yeah, the toy line was a big deciding factor why I decided to get into it. But yeah, I do love the characters. I think they're all fantastic. And, well, Jakks, they're doing a decent job with the figures, but as usual, as you can sort of expect, the paint jobs are a little bit bleh, and the articulation a little bit questionable, so I'm gonna fix up all of them, hopefully, starting with Bloodhound here. And first off, I'm just giving them a wash of Agrex Earthshade to, well, darken all the creases in their outfits. And it's quite sloppy, and the Agrex Earthshade wasn't really enough, so I'm going in with a contrast paint here called Snakebite Leather instead. And as you can see, it's a little bit thicker and it covers a lot more. In general, all I really aim to do here is to darken the entire, well, all of the brown. What I'm doing now is I'm just I'm dry brushing a layer of like a mix between beige and grey, just to add some dirt and whatnot to it. And now I'm going in with another colour. I think this is just plain old Xandri dust. So now what I'm doing is I'm sort of speckling on the paint. I'm just sort of like dotting it on. And I'm using like a dark grey here. And what these dots do is they sort of create the illusion of texture. So it's not like a flat colour. And now I'm painting the fur color, so I'm just starting off really dark. It's a dark grey mix, really watered down, so it really gets down in all the crevices. And then I'm gonna dry brush a couple of layers of grey, and then work myself up to white for the very, very tips. So now I'm just sort of making the legs match the rest of the body. I gotta say, I'm a little bit annoyed that Jakks, they released a Series 3 just now, but 2 of the characters are just the same character. Like, there's another Bloodhound there, which really surprises me because it's a full new sculpt. And it's just Bloodhound in a different outfit. Same with Wraith. And I would much prefer if they just released all the other characters. Like, I'd really like Caustic. I'd really like Horizon, who I pretty much main. I'd really like Fuse as well. But hopefully the line is popular enough so that it can go on at least. And I would do some detailing on the mask. So here I'm just drowning this like pouch belt with some more of that Agrex Earthshade. And I did it separately from the rest of the body because I want this to have a more distinct... I want the belt to stand out from the jacket itself. So I'm just sort of drowning it here. I'm drowning all the pouches and pretty much all the areas that would get dirty as well. And now we're doing a little dry brush with just some normal flat brown. And now I'm going in with some sandy dust again to really grime it up. Silver detailing, not much to say about this. I am dry brushing all these little plates that are all over their body, just to get like a little bit of a sheen, and weathering all the armored pads now, like the knee joints and the shoulders. Painting someone who's really dirty is so much fun. You have sort of free reign what you do over it, so it doesn't have to be nice, and mistakes can just sometimes make a figure look better. Now we're dry brushing the top of the helmet with Xandri dust again. Getting rid of all this shiny plastic in the process. Now, so Bloodhound didn't actually have any ankle tilts. So what I'm doing here, I cut off the feet and I'm dremeling out a crevice there. And then I drill a hole, a forward-facing hole, and then I grab a random joint I had lying around and basically reinstall the joint. So now they've got ankle tilts. And now we're going in with a final layer of just Xandri dust being speckled onto all the leather bits.
So that's Bloodhound complete, and I've never used this technique before, but I'm really happy with how the speckling of the paint sort of really makes it look like worn leather. Like you can see, and it just looks so much better than the one-note rubber, like lightish brown it had earlier. Got a little nice weathering here on all the metal parts. And so we got the ankle pivot right here. It doesn't look perfect, but I mean, it's good enough. They can't really get in too crazy poses anyway, but it's still frustrating to have a figure with completely immobile feet, and you just want to have them a little bit of a wider pose, and you just sort of make them stand on the edges here. So this tiny little pivot makes all the difference. But yeah, hopefully I'm gonna get onto all the other ones now. I'm really looking forward to mainly doing up Wraith's eyes. But for now, this will have to do. Oh yeah, before I forget, something I did that I didn't mention was I hollowed out, like here, the armpit area to... originally the arms could only go down to like here, I think, but now they can go just that little bit further, and then with the swivel you can bend it in to make it look sort of straight down. Same with this one. This one was a little bit more difficult because of this cord, but you see this sculpted groove here, like the wrinkles? It actually makes the arm fit like perfectly in the cable, but originally it was like that, and now it's like down there, so it really did make a difference. And thank you for watching.
I am Bloodhound.